Oh, a big collar, most likely part of the tent structure. This joiner between poles. Well, I just scratched this little patch here, getting a few mixed signals, and went over it with the pointer, and this popped up right on the surface of the dust. And it does look like a fancy little earring. There's a few walkers go through here, so very likely that's what it is. Okay, looks like we may have sorted the camera issues out. When you buy a GoPro, make sure you get a high-end card. We still paid quite dearly for the card we bought with it, but it just wasn't up to the GoPro power. So if you're going to spend that sort of money on a camera, try and spend a bit of money on your card as well. That was nothing but an exercise in dramas. Oh, looks like a big nail. Let's see if we can force him out. It's not all treasure. There's quite a lot of crap that we deal with too. Like big pieces of bar. Same again. That'd be great going through a kid's foot, wouldn't it? So we'll clean that up, put it in the bag, take it home and dispose of it properly, and fill the hole back in. Let's have a look at that. See something there already. It's the Australian Army bone for a water bottle, a water can actually, squared. Kookaburras are up there giving me creeps. Oh, that's a good find. Now we're onto the right stuff at least. Oh, there you go. Kookaburra Serenade. Make sure that's on, I suppose. Make sure there's no Joe Blakes inside the tree. Well, that's a tiny clip. Try and hold it up that way. Tiny clip. Half a bag, or yeah, looks like half a bag. Clean that up later. There's something through there. See, that looks like a piece of shell casing. I wonder if that's alfoil. That's what it is. Wouldn't that rip you? Look at that. Bloody alfoil. Okay, I've just come into an area off the path a bit further, a bit deeper. It looked nice and flat. What would make a good sort of a campsite. And this is the right area to be amongst the casuarinas. And nice 22, 26, 24. Scrape back the dirt. Let's see what we're dealing with. On the surface, it's scraped off easy. Okay. Nice pin. It's actually got a split in the end there. Now that's hollow. I know I've seen them somewhere, you know. I'll put it on my list for the what is it of the weeks. See what all my mates can tell me. There we go. Looks like part of a belt loop. Goes on your waist. Hold your belt up. It's a surprise, isn't it? All positive too. Okay. Clear a spot. Let's see what we got. Angle and doobie. Pretty close to the surface. Come on, be something cool. Ground's really soft there. Like a hole. Be a tree root. Alright, what's going on? Must be bloody tiny. It is. Yeah. That looks like the end of one of those anti-fog tubes. And then you've got the cap on the end. Oh, that's a bugger. I was expecting something really neat there. Oh well. About 2 feet away. Just another tube. I'm going to move back to one of my old areas. Say it isn't so. It isn't. I swear that was a nail. The cartridge fired. Prime is almost popped out though. Oh, looky there. Well, that explains what that fired projectile was I found yesterday. Flat-ended. Slight taper. I'll have to give that a wipe over and see what it is. About the size of a 9mm. My ammunition buddies might be able to tell me what sort of projectile that is. I felt that all the way through the ground. Oh, that looks interesting. A light bulb, perhaps. No. We'll clean it up, run. Interesting. That's a weird signal. On the surface, 44. Yeah, I know I'm sitting on my digger. Damn you. Another big ass piece of plate. Can we check that out? Oh, there we go. Not too far under. Can't hold it. Oh. Well, I'll be forked. And we'll have to clean it up and see if there's any markings on it. Well, I haven't had a fork in a while. Right, that'll do for today. So there's a drum bung, toy car, a clip, obtrusers, half an Australia badge, a side clip for the slouch hat, 303 projectile, and a fired slug. I'll get my calipers out later and check the size on it, but it's got a different front to it than I'm used to, so I'll check into that. 303 cartridge, once again I'll do some macros and add that in for the overload. So we've got a newie backed button, I'll do macros on that. 3 cartridge, spewing, some dog tags with nothing on them. So we'll do some macro on them. It looks like there might be something, and I'll try some of the computer programs to see if they can come up, but nothing really legible. I love dog tags for some reason. A bit of webbing, all of those anti-gas tubes on there. They were yesterday and I found a few more today. A couple of batteries, now that I've shown you them, in the bin they go. Right, let's move on to today. Right, we've got what I thought was half a wing nut, but it's not. It's not threaded on either end, but interesting and brass. Piece of alley that's been cut up, no markings. Some tiny little, look like they're off jeans or something, you know, those ones on the sides of your pockets, a couple of those. Got a light bulb. Been smashed up. It's got England on it, but I can't see any other. It's a single point. A bung off the top of an Australian water container, pretty heavy duty brass. 22 cartridge. Here's the 9mm. I'll check that. MF, so it'll be Melbourne Footscray 9mm 42. Let's see how it's got the different front on. I know the lead's actually rotted off there, but I wonder if it's the same 9mm with a different top there. I'd have to check. Right, another light bulb, looks like a brake bulb, that one, with the stop and park on the same one. Fork, yeah, nothing on it, unfortunately. It's usually Albright EPNS. I don't know if they focus or what. Some offcuts, rather large piece of brass, 0 markings on it. This camp was used as a disembarkation camp and also a demobbing camp. So they had plenty of time in their hands at the end of the war. Big piece of alley. Right. Now I thought that was an actual belt strap. I can't be sure now. It's softer alley, so it could just be a piece of junk. There's some more of those stinking tubes. I found this little collet, and I thought it was one of the tubes, but it doesn't seem to be. It's brass. It'll be in the mix. A couple of tent eyelets, another cartridge, the back blown out of this one. I'll do a macro for the detail on it. Do you remember in the videos I was finding alfoil? Driving me batty. Look how tiny it is. Get rid of that. Righto. Here's the what is it for the week. Split ends. Plug cap end. Now I've got some craft knives that take those sorts of inserts, you know, like a what do you call them? The medical surgical type blades. Yeah, anyway, what is it? I'll post some photos up to the Facebookies later. And the really cool bit is this earring I found. Ain't it purty? I have cleaned it up, of course. It was all manky. So I don't find many nice things. That's pretty cool. Anyway, took me nearly an hour to get home. As you can see, it's almost dark. So there's today's finds, and we'll see what happens next week. A busy weekend with all things happening. But if I can, I'll get up and post another video. If you like it, hit the happy button. And if you want to see more, subscribe, and I'll keep making them. Cheers for now.